Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to join you today for the release of the State Department's annual report on international religious freedom. Every year, the State Department prepares a comprehensive review of the status of religious freedom in countries and territories around the world. We do this because we believe that religious freedom is both a fundamental human right and an essential element to any stable, peaceful, thriving society. This is not only the American view, it is the view of nations and people around the world. It is enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It is protected by the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and it is guaranteed by the laws and constitutions of many nations, including our own, where religious freedom is the first freedom listed in our Bill of Rights. Because we believe in religious freedom and because we are committed to the right of all people everywhere to live according to their beliefs without government interference and with government protection, we are troubled by what we see happening in many, many places. Religious freedom is under threat from authoritarian regimes that abuse their own citizens. It is under threat from violent extremist groups that exploit and inflame sectarian tensions. It is under threat from the quiet but persistent harm caused by intolerance and mistrust, which can leave minority religious groups vulnerable and marginalized. For further violence against religious minorities in the Middle East, Sufi, Shia, and Ahmadiyya holy sites in Pakistan have been attacked. And Ahmadiyya holy sites in Pakistan have been attacked. And Ahmadiyya holy sites in Pakistan have been attacked. I would now like to welcome Michael Posner, our Assistant Secretary for Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor, to elaborate further on this report and to answer your questions. Michael?
It details both improvements we've seen over the past year as well as government failings. Let me give a few examples. In Pakistan, against the backdrop of continued extremist violence against civilian targets, the number and severity of reported cases against religious minorities increased. For example, in May, extremist attacks on 2 Ahmadi congregations in Lahore killed at least 86 people. In Pakistan, against the backdrop of continued extremist violence against civilian targets, the number and severity of reported cases against religious minorities increased. For example, in May, extremist attacks on 2 Ahmadi congregations in Lahore killed at least 86 people.
Go ahead. It's about Pakistan. The report says the government took some steps, but not enough. And you say, and I quote, but serious problems remain. Can you explain this a little bit?
You're talking about in Indonesia or?
Pakistan.
Oh, in Pakistan. There is, as you know, a widespread pattern of violent attacks from extremist groups. I mentioned the